what's up? Tammy, Tirana, Delia Lux, Heather, whatever, Nerd Report in the house, Rochelle, Pekka, D Nice, Anne, Kyle, D Nice, thank you for that super chat. Wolf Snacks. Also, how are you weird? Can we listen to you on the mix? The Mixers, DJ Grey Wolf. Ow! Get spooky. Thank you, D Nice. Hearts for D Nice. Bernadette in the house. Tammy, Gunner Girl, Joanne, Brandon, Delia Lux, Melissa, Matthew. How's everyone doing? How's your Wednesday going? Hearts for D Nice, guys. Also want to give a shout out to Heather Whatever. I missed your PayPal from the other night, so hearts for Heather Whatever as well. I hate missing them, but my phone doesn't notify me anymore. Carol, how's it going? So how's everyone's Wednesday going? I'll wait a few minutes for people to trickle in. Totally understand, Pekka, because I know you're in a different time zone, but thank you for dropping in. Because Pekka was stating that it's like 4 a.m, so I totally understand if you can't stay, but thank you for dropping in. That is dedication. Rochelle, you made it! So how's everyone's Wednesday going while I wait for a few people to trickle in? Mine's going good. Nothing much going on. Did anybody watch any movie recommendations? I have a few on my list, but I'm always adding new ones. If you guys have any movies you've seen recently that you'd like to share. Guys, don't forget, hit that like button when you get a chance. Chris goes, I got a lot done today, spring cleaning. Oh, that's awesome. Rochelle, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Hearts for Rochelle, guys, and welcome Joanne, Delay Lux, Carol, Gunner Girl, and Matthew to the Wolf Pack. Hearts for the new members as well as Rochelle. Thank you, Rochelle. You're awesome. Gunner Girl goes, I've had the hiccups for 6 days. How do you get rid of them? Gunner Girl, usually I have something sweet. That, for me, the hiccups, if I have like something sweet, that's usually what gets rid of them for me. I'm not sure if that's for everyone, but that works for me. Because I've tried the trick with, holding your breath, taking a drink of water. The only thing that seems to work is sugar. Jennifer Marie is in the house. What's up, Jennifer Marie? Happy Wednesday. Wink Shapeberry, what's up? Glad you made it. Trying to think, was there any? I haven't been watching any movies. I have a few on my list that I need to watch. As I wait for a few people to trickle in before I get into my topics. I was watching that thing, I guess it's on Max. It's about Nickelodeon. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Nickelodeon at that time was a little past my time, so I didn't really watch Nickelodeon when I guess all this stuff occurred. Forgot the name of it. I guess how kid shows went dark or something like that. It shows you just popped up on Max, and I was like, okay, I bite. Matthew still having car problems. That sucks. Jennifer Murray wants to see it, but haven't seen it yet. I haven't finished it yet. I was watching it before um I started the stream. Rochelle goes, I unfortunately met that Playboy Nick Cannon at a concert when Nickelodeon had a tour. Leonore, what's up? I was Jennifer Murray's asking where I was watching that when kid show goes dark or something. I forgot the exact name of it. I found it on Max. Rochelle goes, was a teen at the time. I was in high school at the time all this came in, and I was like, I know some of these shows because I heard of them, but I wasn't really watching Nickelodeon at the time, so I didn't know any of this stuff that was going on, but it's still interesting. There you go, and thank you. Quiet on set, disturbing shit. Yes, it is. It is. And I'm not even finished watching it. I kind of like watching documentaries, so I'm always looking for documentaries or true crime documentaries. Matthew goes, I heard of them but didn't watch them. I was the same. I've heard of them, but I was in high school when all this was happening, so Nickelodeon wasn't really the place I was watching. I was like, I never watched Nickelodeon or Disney. Skeleton Duck is in the background somewhere, and it is not the one that's above my head. That's Skeleton Duck's long distant cousin, Skeleton Goose. He came to visit. He is a duck, but he's a different type of duck. He just wanted to say hi to y'all, so he's sitting right above me. But he is in this background somewhere, just not above my head. Bernadette goes, I watched Wonk. It was okay-ish, paid homage to the first Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Umpa guy was meh. All right, Bernadette. Pekka goes, I was too old for that. Yeah, I was the same. I wasn't too. I was a teenager, but I was a little older when all that came out, so it wasn't really. Dee and I stopped watching Nickelodeon when the feet started to show more. I'm not a foot person. I heard about that. Nerd report in the house. I don't have a name for skeleton. Or no, yes, I do. Skelegoose. So he's visiting. He may make a permanent. He may stay here permanently. He's Skelly Duck's long distance cousin. Chris Barber goes, I was a Looney Tunes fan. I was too. I preferred watching like Ninja Turtles, and I think the only thing I ever watched off Nickelodeon was Ninja Turtles, like the newer Ninja Turtles when I was older, because I love Ninja Turtles. So that was the only, I think, Nickelodeon thing I ever watched. Melissa Smith is asking, are you guys referring to Johnny Depp's Wonka as the old one? Wake Shape Berry likes the turtle. I love the turtles. I could still watch them to this day. It's just something. Even when I was a kid, I used to love Ninja Turtles, and I still do. It's the few cartoons that I still watch. And Splinter was my favorite character. All right, guys, before I get into my main topic, I wanted to share a little bit of movie news. Leonardo goes, Avatar came from Nickelodeon. Yeah, but I'm watching the Avatar, Leonardo. I'm watching the Avatar that was on Netflix. D Nice goes, I had a Ninja Turtle lunchbox I kept all my pogs in. I have pogs in my studio. Believe it or not. I have like a whole tube of them. Rochelle goes, Gene Wilder was pretty hot when he pretended to be crippled and did his amazing flip. Had me on my toes. Kidding. Pekka loved He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Transformers. I used to love watching He-Man. I had all the action figures. I wasn't one to play with Barbie dolls. I played with He-Man and like the GI Joes that were like the Barbie doll size GI Joes that they don't make. I don't know if they still make those, but and goes even SpongeBob had wired sexual jokes or weird sexual jokes. Me and my husband got and chuckled about. Yeah, I watched some SpongeBob, but not too much. So I probably didn't watch it enough to catch those. Nikki Bella, how's it going? Julissa, what's up? Wake Shapeberry goes, I still haven't watched the Avatar Ocean movie. I have not seen that one. I haven't seen either of them. I've seen the the Last Airbender, which is Avatar the Last Airbender, but the one that's on Netflix. I didn't see the End Night Shyamalan one, I think is one. And then I didn't watch the animated. Bernadette! Thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Hearts for Bernadette. You're awesome, Bernadette. Welcome, Nikki, Bella, Pekka, Rochelle, Panda Bear, Wendy, Aaron Cooper, Project Metal Music, A Up, Logical Spock, I Need to Fish, Hearts, and Xander. C. You were all gifted a membership via Bernadette. Hearts for the new Wolfpack members as well as Bernadette. Thank you, Bernadette. You're awesome. And just a reminder, your membership is good for 1 month. So, Wink Shapeberry, I cannot really tell you if the movie Avatar is good or not because I haven't seen either of them. I don't know, for that movie just did not appeal to me, so I never wanted to watch it, which is weird. Lisa Boo, what's up? Just check in. All right. So before I get into my main topic about the S Forest in Japan, which is a place I would love to visit one day. I hope to visit one day if I could get through. I find Japan fascinating. Not only with this haunted history that it has and with myths and folklore, but also that it has freaking awesome things you could go and visit. They have this cafe where you can see owls and birds. They have this place where you can see foxes. And you can hold a fox and you can walk through like a sanctuary for the foxes, and then there's Cat Island. But Wake Shaper goes, Japan is amazing. It is. But it is one place I would like to visit, but I am half Asian. So the first place I want to go to if I ever get through the plane dilemma is Korea, because that is where part of me is from, but I've always wanted to go to Japan as well too. But I have a little movie news here. Um, who in the chat is excited to see Beetlejuice Electric Boogaloo Part 2? Beetlejuice. Leonardo goes, oh, Japan, I had some coworkers go for 3 weeks, still not enough time. What? D Nice goes, my parents are going to Japan next week. That's super cool. Jennifer goes, what about traveling by boat? Wouldn't that take a long time? I mean, I would do the boat thing, Jennifer Marie, but I feel like that would take a very long time. Yes, Bernadette, Rabbit Island as well. And I'd probably spend all my money when I go there because of all the little cute things that they have there. I would need like 3 suitcases just for souvenirs if I ever go. Angel, what's up? Lisa Boo goes, I'd love to go to Japan, especially cherry blossom festivals. Oh, that too. Hell yeah. Leonardo goes, go on a cruise. Julissa goes, do a cruise to Japan. Oh, you know what? Guys, you're giving me bad ideas. Do a cruise to Japan, stop in Hawaii. Well, anyways, they've got, this is from IGN. If I could get it in here. They've got first images to show Michael Keaton, Jenna Ortega, Winona Ryder, and more. He's back. Yesterday, the official Beetlejuice Instagram, for anyone who's following, account teased that something would be arriving today, leading some fans to believe we might be getting a trailer for the upcoming sequel, Beetlejuice. Although that didn't arrive, we did get a couple of first look images that tease IGN proofreader articles that tease the returns of Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, and Catherine O'Hara, and well as new, oh my god, as well, who wrote this? Alex Stedman of IGN, proofread your stuff. As well as new cast members, Jenna Ortega and Justin Theroux. I guess I'm like a nitpicker when it comes to typos. So whenever I post anything, I triple check like 3 times. So I'm always going to point it out. The new images come courtesy of Entertainment Weekly, later shared widely by Warner Brothers. The first one obviously shows Keaton back in action as the iconic ghostess with the mostest. He is not the ghostess with the mostest. Well, he's not really a ghost. And honestly, the biggest thing of note is that not much has changed at all. He's basically rocking the same costume and disheveled hair and makeup that we all know and love. And he still looks the same. Like, I felt like I was looking at the original him in the original film. Dusty, what's out? What's up? What's out? What's up? The second image below may be even more notable, giving us our first look at Ortega's new character, Astrid Dietz, the daughter of Ryder's Lydia Dietz from the original. Astrid, I'm hoping it's pronounced Astrid, Lydia, and O'Hara's Delia Dietz seem to be at a funeral alongside Thoreau's character, Rory, who we know little about thus far. Returning director Tim Burton also revealed a few details in an interview with EW, speaking briefly about the long road to get a sequel off the ground. He said Keaton had no burning desire to do a follow-up unless it felt right. I think we all felt the same way, he said. It only made sense if it had an emotional hook. Among the concepts that were floated Burton said, "We're Beetlejuice and the Haunted Mansion. Beetlejuice goes west. Whatever." In addition to a sequel set in Hawaii. But it was the focus on the Dietz women that brought the sequel together. He added that Beetlejuice re-energized his love for filmmaking, confirming that he'll be using stop-motion animation to recreate the feel of the original. Similarly, thank goodness, no CGI. Similarly, Keaton said in a recent interview that the sequel won't rely heavily on CGI, adding that it had to feel handmade. Beetlejuice will hit theaters on September 6th, 2024. Guys, who's excited to see Beetlejuice? I'm so glad that they are not using CGI. Carrot! What's up? Out of curiosity, why did you choose Carrot? I think it's cool, but out of curiosity, why did you choose Carrot? Ozzy Walks, what's up? Matthew goes, I am, and I saw the original in theaters. Wake Shape Barry Tim Burton is doing the sequel, and they are not using CGI. Melissa goes, me. Pekka wants to see it. Chris loves Burton movies. Leonora's curious. Heather whatever goes, it will be fun. Ozzy's like, very exciting. Bernadette goes, well, the second one back in the day was called Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii. Nope. Glad they waited. Angel's excited for Beetlejuice. Carrots saying about the name change. Someone suggested it. It's cool. I like it. Heather, whatever wants to see it. I'll watch it. I'll go see it. It seems interesting. We have quite some time before it comes out, so hopefully they drop a trailer soon. I'm assuming they're probably gonna drop a trailer like probably about, I want to say May. Don't quote me, I'm guessing. I want to say May, because May is like right when summer starts. So I feel like that's like a good time to hype up Beetlejuice. Even though it's coming out like toward the end of summer. Gunner Girl goes, they filmed some of it in Arizona. They had freeways closed for months. It's a long time coming. Oh, cool. Oh, crazy. Reminding me of them filming a film. There's it was the Latterman Development Center. That's by me. And they use it now for filming. So every once in a while you'll see, I know they're filming because when I'm driving by on the freeway, because on the free, you don't see the building when you're driving by, but you see the road going to it. And I know they filmed a horror movie there too at one point. I don't know the name of the horror film, but they did film a horror film there too. I think they filmed Glow, that Netflix series. They filmed some of Glow there. They filmed something else there. But as I was driving by today, going off topic here, if you guys have ever heard of Latterman Development Center, I'm not sure if any of you have. Maybe if you live in the area I live in, you probably have. Well, I was driving by today and I see these police cars and fire trucks. And I'm like, what the hell? They're filming something, right? And as I drive by, because there was traffic, so I was able to like kind of look, and it said Austin Police Department on the side. Because if you were just driving by, you would just think, oh, like they're regular police cars. You wouldn't think anything of it. But it said Austin Police Department. So I'm wondering what they're filming there today. And they had like this beat up car too, like 2 beat up cars, 2 police cruisers, like 3 fire engine trucks, like the big long ones, not the small ones. So I'm wondering what they're filming there. Bernadette's asking it comes out September 16th, right? No, it said Bernadette, that article said September 6th. So it's like the first weekend of September. So I'm speculating. Don't put this in stone that they'll probably release a trailer probably somewhere like in May or June, I would think. Maybe even sooner. But I'm thinking May cuz May is like the start of the summer season. Believe it or not, it used to be June back in the day, but now it's like people get out of school in May, which I think is ridiculous, but that's my opinion. I still can't get used to that. I think it's weird that people are getting out of school before Memorial Day. It's weird for me, but it is what it is. So I think that's probably when would be a good choice to release it because that's when people are off of school. It's when people are getting ready for summer. So I feel like it would be more eyes on it, and it's about 4 months before it comes out. So it seems about right. And Heather Whatever's right. September is hot. It's still hot during September. So hopefully the summer won't be so unforgiving this year. I am not looking forward to it. Bernadette goes, oh, okay, so the day after Michael Keaton's B-Day. Nice. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Super cool. So hopefully we'll get a teaser trailer soon. Spinach! What's up? Spinach goes Veggie Tales. I'm just spinach for the stream though. All right, spinach. I love it. So guys, have you ever heard of, as we get into the main topic, the I know I'm going to butcher it, the Aokigahara forest in Japan, also known as the S forest. Dun dun dun, as Leonore says. I need to get like a button that does that so I can hit the button. It's like dun dun dun. Tyranna goes, I like vegetables. So do I. Kyle, what's up? Heather Whatever goes, haven't heard, but sounds scary. Leonore has. It's a place, believe it or not, I would love to visit. I am not scared of the fact that of its dark history. It does have a super dark past. Julissa goes, now every time I hear dun dun dun, I think of Leonore. Wake Shape Barrett goes, you mean the S Forest? Yes, the S Forest. It is known as the S Forest. We cannot say that word here, YouTube. Like in fact, I had it in the title to begin with. It still shows on my end, but I changed it at the last minute because I didn't want to be strike down. Because I had used the S before in a previous video that I have on here. Because here in SoCal we do also have an S bridge. It's the Colorado Street Bridge. So I did happen to use it on that one, but I changed my mind on this one. Rich buddy, what's up? Rich is asking, is this the famous S Forest? Yes, it is. I mean, if anybody strikes me down, we'll come back more powerful than I did ever before, or whatever. I don't know that quote as well as some Star Wars fans do, but I love that line. but YouTube can be pesky. So this one is, I found this cool article because it is a place I'm fascinated with and um hope to one day visit it. I'm not afraid of it. I am not actually. I'm more fascinated with it than scared of it. Carrot goes, my best friend's ex-friend went to the California Bridge. Wake Shapeberry goes, it's so creepy, even in footage. I know there's a few YouTubers that went to it. So this is 15 eerie facts about Japanese S forest. It's from Mental Floss. I wanted to find like this super cool article that was very informative, but this one seemed like the best. Um, it seems to me I've seen a bunch of YouTubers go to this forest. Um, and it looks like a nice place. Carrot goes, we have another bridge in Western MA for the same thing. Oh wow. Rich buddy goes, dude, I'm afraid of heights. I could never jump. I'm scared of a 6-foot ladder, guys. I don't understand, but even the bridge here, it's in SoCal here in Pasadena. They actually, a couple years ago, it might have been even longer than a couple years, they actually put a fence um on both sides of the bridge so people will not jump. And they also, I noticed, put fencing because the 210 freeway that runs parallel to the S Bridge or Colorado Street Bridge is also a bridge. And I noticed the other day that there's fencing on that bridge as well on the freeway. I had no idea that part was a bridge until I hiked underneath it. And I was like, oh, holy crap. And then I was also watching videos as well. And I saw like aerial footage. Spinach goes, I'm not scared of heights. I'm scared of gravity. Rich goes, I had a panic attack driving over the Vincent Thomas San Pedro Bridge. Oh my God, it's so high. I was so scared. I get rich. There's a, I don't know what it's an on ramp from one freeway to the next, and it's high. I don't remember which one it was. I drove it at night one time and it scared the crap out of me. I have not driven it ever since. And I'm not scared of heights, which is weird, but for some odd reason, I just felt when I was driving on it, I felt like I was on a roller coaster ready, like at at the where it goes and you're ready to let you go. That's how it felt. And I don't like roller coasters. So northwest of the majestic Mount Fuji is Aokigahara, a 13.5 square mile of forest so thick with foliage that it's known as the Sea of Trees. Many visitors have chosen this place as the setting for their final moments, walking in with no intentions of ever walking back out, so much so that this area has the second highest rate of S in the world after the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. In years past, the Aokigahara was also believed to contain Yuri, or mythological Japanese ghosts filled with anger and vengefulness. Its grim history made the woods a fitting location for the 2016 horror film The Forest. Here are more facts you might not have known about Japan's S forest. Chris Barber goes, I'm scared of open heights. Flying doesn't bother me, but something like a chairlift would terrify me. Chris, I think I've never been on one of those I've never gone skiing. So I've never been on one of those ski lifts, and I can imagine that would probably scare me. Number 1, the Aokigahara is one of the world's best known destination for S. Statistics on Aokigahara's S rates vary, in parts because the forest is so lush that some bodies can go undiscovered for years or might be lost forever. Some estimates claim between 30 to 100 people a year. Whoa. Take their lives there. However, other sources report that statistics for recent years are unavailable, in part because the Japanese government has stopped releasing numbers in order to prevent future deaths by S. That is sad. Wow. 3,200 people. Wow. That is sad. But why there, though? I'm wondering. It is awful, Julissa says, and Heather whatever goes, how sad it is. It is. It very the amount they're saying 30 to 100 people a year. That is sad. That people feel that that is their only way out is very sad. 2, Japan has a tradition of ritual S, which they do, which might sound weird, but they do. Self-inflicted death doesn't carry the same stigma in Japan as it does in other countries. The practice of seppuku, a samurai's honorable S, dates back to Japan's feudal era. And while the tradition is no longer the norm, vestiges of the seppuku culture can be seen today in the way S is viewed as a way of taking responsibility. Yoshinori Cho, author of Why Do People Commit S, and then director of the psychiatry department at Tokyo University in Kawasaki, told the Japan Times in 2011. Still, though, even if it was a, a practice way back in the day, I still feel like it's sad. Pekka goes, maybe they did not S themselves. Maybe there more to it. True. That's what I'm wondering. Like, why there? Delay looks go scary. Wake Sheaf Berry, if you could see it, it's such a sad place, and I guarantee you probably the vibe there because of what has occurred there is probably very heavy. Number 3, Japan has a high S rate, obviously, because the global financial crisis of 2008 and ensuing economic instability seemed to spur a 15% increase in S in Japan, and then that is sad. The incidents peaked in March of 2009, the end of Japan's fiscal year, while the number of S's in the country fell in 2021 by 4.4% compared to the previous year. Rates for women rose and remain high for younger people. And in 2022, S rates increased by 2.7%, making it one of the leading causes of death for men between the ages of 20 to 44 and women between the ages of 15 to 34. And that is sad to think that. I feel like there's other that is not the answer. If you guys ever feel down, there's always someone to talk to. D Nice goes, that's heavy. It is. Just to think that, and this is in 2022. It is sad. And it's for economic instability, which I know makes people do crazy things, but to feel like that is your only way out. And not to mention that it could stem from higher standards. I feel like that has something to do with it because having higher standards about oneself or about your status could cause that, which is sad because I feel like that shouldn't be a reason. And there's always someone to talk to. That's why I always tell people like don't be afraid, say hi in the chat. We're like a big family cuz I always want to help people out. Cuz sometimes just talking to people, listening to a stream get your minds off of things and or some people just feel like they don't have a family. So I always be like, we're like a big happy family. Come join us. So it's sad. It's sad to think that people feel that they need that. And it's ironic because today is Chester Bennington's birthday from Lincoln Park. I think today is. Is it today or was it? I know it was one of these days. Because he was circulating in my feed. Yes, it was today. And I felt like with him too. Like it's sad how he was so talented in um Angel goes, I've been the person who reached out. So glad I did. I'm glad. That's super awesome, Angel. Hearts for Angel, guys. That's super awesome. I mean, sometimes a person may be, I hate to say it because some people get into a super dark place, and I've been there myself. I've been there myself. And sometimes you feel like, even if someone's talking to you, you're in that dark place and nothing's going to change your mind. But Pekka, I kind of do. I know this is like a touchy Pekka go, sorry to say, but that's the easy way out. I feel the same. I do. I do. And I feel sad at the same time because there's always someone to talk to. There's always someone that that can help you. If there's a will, there's a way. But I understand that some people, like I was saying, could get in a super dark place. And when you're in that dark place, you don't see anything. Heather, whatever goes, I got sad when I drank. So glad I got help. Carrot goes, chronic pain, shame, same shape are some reasons. D Nice goes, I'm a big advocate for therapy and mental health in general. It takes a while to find the right person to talk to. As a survivor of almost ending, there are right people to talk to. Exactly. I mean, it takes a while because when you get into that dark spot, because I've been there, believe it or not. It doesn't seem like I've been a person that has been there, but I've been there. And like I said, if any of you guys need someone to talk to, I'm here. Um, Sometimes talking to people, because you get in this very dark, and I mean dark, and you're in that place and you don't see the light sometimes. And I've been there. I've been there. So Lisa Boo goes, takes a lot of courage to ask for help. It does. It does. And I don't mean to get dark, but I just want to talk about this is kind of dark. But just wanted to give that if anyone's just coming through the stream and needs someone to talk to, feel free to jump into the chat. We do not bite. We're a big family here. Rochelle goes, emptiness does not define us. It shapes us in the dark place that truly is always light at the end. Most of you know here that I had gone through 3 long years of a legal battle. Lisa Boo, it is. It's good to talk about. Exactly. Heather, whatever goes, good to discuss the alternative, which is light. Yes. Gunner Girl goes, Lisa, you all make me smile and laugh every day, and I've made some amazing friends here. You are all the best. Thank you, Gunner Girl. I appreciate that. D Nice goes, real talk, not shining attention to myself. Yesterday was my birthday, and today is 10 years since my grandmother passed. Too many lives lost of those I loved in March. Therapy is good. Rochelle goes, but I got a settlement moved and things helped eventually. There is a light in the darkness. There is. Because I've been in a dark path too. I don't really talk too much about it, but I've been there. But now I'm in a way better place than I was. And I've done stupid things when I was younger that I'm not proud of, but I can't change the past. So Spinach goes, I passed out, threw up laying on my back. I wasn't breathing when paramedics got to me. I had a collapsed lung. The worst part is that I know I have a murderer living inside of me. Oh, Heather, whatever goes, today is my AA birthday. Would not be alive to this date if I continue on. Leonore goes, you learn from exactly. You learn from your past and you grow from it. Gunner Girl goes, you helped me through some tough times, except for my grandson being born. I can now smile again. Gunner Girl, I'm so glad to hear that. And yes, Spinach, I am glad you are still here with us. So to continue, number 4, the Japanese government enacted an S prevention strategy in Aokigahara. In 2017, the Japanese government announced plans to reduce Japan's S rate by 30% over the next decade, reducing the number of S's from 18.5% per 100,000 people in 2015 to 13 by 2025. Part of these measures included posted security cameras at the entrance of the forest and increasing patrols. As prevention counselors and police have also posted signs on various paths throughout the forest that offer messages like think carefully about your children and family. Another posted sign reads, your life is a precious gift from your parents. So they've actually taken measures, which is kind of awesome. Chris Barry goes, I'm glad all of you are here. Lisa Boo goes, big hugs and love for everyone. Number 5, the Aokigahara is naturally a bit spooky. The forest's trees organically twist and turn their roots, winding across the forest floor in treacherous threads. Because of its location at the base of a mountain, the ground is uneven, rocky, and perforated with hundreds of caves, but more jarring than its tricky terrain is the feeling of stillness. The trees are too tightly packed for winds to whip through, and the wildlife is sparse. Some visitors also have reported strange phenomenon like compasses breaking, as well as GPS devices and smartphones no longer working, although several visitors have also reported these gadgets working for them. Oh my god, this article just keeps going on. About S. I didn't realize this article was dark, so just a little just a little warning there. It's dark. I should have read it before. Number 6, in Japan, most people take their lives by hanging. The second most common method is jumping from a high place. According to 2004 study, the government has increased the height of bridge railings and other steps in Aokigahara to curb S attempts. Which number 8, the S force's mythos may be connected to ubasute. Ubasute is a form of euthanasia that translates roughly to abandoning an old woman. In this practice, allegedly resorted to in Japan during times of famine, a family decreased the what? Really? A family decreased the number of mouths to feed by leading an elderly relative to a mountain or similarly remote environment to die from dehydration, starvation, or exposure. Many argue that ubasute was never a real tradition but a product of folklore potentially connected to the S forest. I hope that is not true. I hope that is not true. What the heck? Uh-uh. D Nice goes, I love how all our jaws are dropping with you, Lisa. I, I should have read this article. Like I sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I didn't realize this was so dark. So I apologize, guys. The S forest might be haunted. Some believe that the ghost or the yurei of those abandoned by Ubasute, as well as the mournful spirit of those who took their own lives, still linger in the woods. Folklore claims that they are vengeful, dedicated to tormenting visitors and lurking those who are sad and lost off the path. They're also saying if you bring a tent into the forest, it will draw attention. They allow you to camp in there, but it just draws attention because they feel like um because of the dark past that the forest has, they think that you're going in to do that. And goes, that is messed up if it's true. I agree. But it could be just the folklore surrounding the forest because people do believe that there are the the people of that and people who've taken their lives are haunting the forest. They're saying do not go off the path because you could get lost. Because you don't want to run into, they're saying the internet is littered with disturbing images from the S forest, from abandoned personal effects in the undergrowth to human bones. If you dare to venture into this legendary place, do as the signs suggest and stay on the path. You do not want to run into uh crazy things. I did not mean that to go as dark as it did. But that is 15, that's some eerie facts. Trying to see if they talk about if there's anything that talks about like the hauntings. Rochelle goes, I placed a light of protection into this chat. Thank you, Rochelle. I appreciate that. Heather, whatever goes, scary. Isn't there a Disney park in Japan? I'll go there. Thanks. Yes, there is. Actually, that I think because I think I read somewhere where because Japan doesn't traditionally celebrate Halloween like we do, and when Disney went over to Japan, that's when they started celebrating uh Halloween. I did not know that. Spinach goes, remember Beetlejuice, the people who unalive themselves had to be civil servants in heaven? Wake Chief Barry goes, I don't think even Zach Bagans has been there. I hate Zach. No, he hasn't. I know Jay Wasley, who's also on Ghost Adventures, he has mentioned that he wants to go there. And he goes on planes. Zach hates planes. Leonard goes, bring the sage. So I think I found something that kind of gives a little insight on like the hauntedness instead of the dark past, which is what I wanted to talk about, but that's all right. I guess you have to understand the dark past of a place to understand why it may be haunted. So this goes the Aokigahara, the haunted forest. And I think this is actually the website of the haunted forest. The Aokigahara is considered to be haunted by demons in Japanese mythology. And given its history, it's not wonder why. Although the forest itself is not very big, around 35 square kilometers or 14 square miles, because of its high density of trees and dark areas, the sun doesn't penetrate deeply inside the forest. Many people get lost here. Legend says that those who are engaged in the sea forest never return. But there is some truth in that, as even in these days, many hikers lose their way. Actually, the problem of getting lost in the forest is so big that hikers carry plastic tapes to mark their paths and to be able to return. Because the landscape is so similar, the brain is distorted and it's difficult to keep direction at any time. In the Japanese popular belief, if a person dies in a deep sense of hatred, anger, sadness, or desire for revenge, their soul can't leave this world and continues to wander, appearing to people affected by the spell or those who cross his path. These souls are called yurei, and they can be found in many modern cultural references, such as movies as well. Unlike Western horror movies, where the ghost wants something specific in order to be able to rest in peace, the Yurei wants nothing in particular. They just want to have their curse removed or conflicts resolved. According to some Japanese spiritualists, the trees themselves soaked in themselves a malevolent energy accumulated over centuries. Moreover, even without believing, trees give the impression of being alive. They've grown on an incredible fertile land and thus have roots in all shapes, resembling sometimes tentacles. And sometimes they give you the impression they can walk. Photo of such an illusion on the right. Oh, yeah. When the forest guardians find a dead body, they will take it to a special room designed for dead bodies that can be found next to the forest. Here, the body will be placed on a bed. What is more interesting, though, is that a guard will sleep in the same room with the body. This may seem surprising, but it is said that if the corpse is left alone in the room, its yurei will move all night in the dormitory, screaming and being deranged. The guards will play rock paper scissors Junkin in Japanese to decide who will be the unlucky one to sleep during the night next to the body. This just shows how much they believe in and how they are afraid of fallen souls. They prefer to sleep near the body rather than taking the risk to disturb a yurei. That article was interesting. Just imagine being one of the guards and having to sleep next to. I agree, Heather, whatever. What a job. Wake Shape Berry goes, if you've never seen it, it is weird. Leonor goes, beware of the trees, they can move. Chris Barber goes, don't people own compasses anymore? I think I read somewhere where there's a myth where your compass will break there as well. And goes, bring sage, a priest, holy water, monks, all hands on deck. Wake Shapeberry, could you post pics? Yes, I can. Give me 1 second. Hold on, let me find some pictures here. Give me a second, guys. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. D Nice goes, I need an old priest and a young priest. Heather whatever goes, time and a half for that job. Rochelle goes, I do not like the idea of sleeping next to a soulless bottle and entity can enter, and how eerie. They do it because they don't want the Yuri to cause havoc. That's what I got out of it. They don't want the Yuri to cause havoc. I think this one has. Hold on, let me see. There is some of the forest. Is that all it had? Was just that? Well, here's a pic of part of the forest. It's beautiful. I find it beautiful. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It just takes me. Chris Barber goes, it reminds me of the Pacific Northwest. Julissa goes, it looks beautiful. It does. It's hauntingly beautiful. Let me see if I could get some of here's kind of another picture of it. It's kind of just looks like your average forest, but a lot. And you would never know. You would never know of its haunted history. D Nice goes, I'll call it beautiful if a unicorn pops out of nowhere, but I doubt it. It's beautiful. It is. But I don't know about. It's hauntingly beautiful. Thank you, Heather, whatever. You're a great lady. You do such good in your ever-growing circle of chat family. I'm sure elsewhere. Hearts for Heather, whatever, guys. Thank you, Heather, whatever. I appreciate that. Chris Burgos, where we camped, looked like that. It was the same beach forest from Twilight. Oh, no way. Cool. I'm trying to think of the beach name in Twilight, but I can't remember. But it is a beautiful forest. Leonardo goes, give me a censure. I probably said it wrong. I want a 3-headed beast. I forgot what they call those. The 3-headed beasts. La Push. Thank you, Chris. I'm not afraid to admit I did read the books and I did watch the movies. And I liked the first one. Actually, no, I felt all of them did justice. I just felt like Divergent is like my favorite one, and I feel like Veronica Roth, who's the author of Divergent, before I get into my next thing, sold her soul to the devil. Cuz I felt like the first movie was true to the book, but the last two, and they didn't even finish it. They did a shitty move, pardon my French, and they didn't finish it. Because the other two movies didn't do that great. Of course, the other two movies didn't do that great. They had nothing to do with the books. Chris Barber goes, the real name is Mora Beach for the beach in Twilight, for anyone that wants to know. Rochelle goes, I love the Twilight movies. I don't care what anyone says. I like them. I like Kristen Stewart. I think she has Jodie Foster vibes. She's a good actress regardless of the negative things people say. Cerebus, Leonore says, about the three-headed beasts. Pekka's asking about the screen. I'm just trying something new, Pekka. Just to see what happens. But I'll probably bounce back and forth from portrait to horizontal. Julissa goes, yes, they did us all wrong by not finishing Diverge. They did. I loved that book. That book helped me through it was the one book that helped me through a time of need. And I always have that, and especially, in fact, I have all three movie posters in my room. But I just felt like, well, now watching the because I don't remember the books, now watching the second and the third one, if you don't know anything about the books, they're great films. Like, you wouldn't think anything of it. Maybe not the greatest film in the world, but if you didn't know anything about Divergent, you wouldn't think anything of those last two films. But if you read the book, it was like a disgrace to the book. I just felt like, and yes, I saw 50 Shades of Grey, and yes, I read the books, and I've always commended what's her name? E.L. James, the author, I think, of 50 Shades, because I felt like she cared about how her book was portrayed. And I know that's like because of the type of book it is, and you can't really mess it up, but I felt like that had more justice, and sad to say, than the Divergent books. And I know with the subject matter, there's not much you can mess up with 50 Shades, but still, I just felt like she didn't sell her soul to the devil like Veronica Roth did. Kyle goes, my stepmom loves those movies and books. Heather, whatever goes, when a movie follows a great book closely, it shows respect. Exactly. I mean, you're never going to get the book exactly in movie form. You never are. There's just too much going on in the book. And I've always enjoyed the book more than the movie. But there has been some movies that have come on from a book that I've been impressed with. So there is a way to do it. It's just you have to do it right. And I felt like Divergent was not done right. Julissa goes, luckily I didn't read the Divergent books, so I enjoyed the movies. Yes, if you did not know anything about the books, the movies are great. Because I rewatched all of them maybe like a couple months ago, and I don't remember the book. So the first one I will always remember. Like, I always remember the first book, no matter what. So when I'm watching the movie, I know what's going on. Like, I'll say, oh yeah, that was in the book, or that's one of my favorite lines, but it didn't become my favorite line until I saw it. There's a line where they're on the if you guys are familiar with Divergent, before I get into the next article, if you guys are familiar with Four and Triss are walking up the Ferris wheel, and one of Four's fears is heights. And the reason why his name is Four because he has four fears. So and he says, "Oh my god, I'm gonna say it wrong too because I have two quotes that I like from and I did not like that quote until I saw it on screen. And I need to find it because I don't want to butcher it. Because there's one I know that I go by, which but I don't which fear doesn't shut you down, it wakes you up. He's like, Tris. Chris Barber goes, the book for Alien was so much better than the movie, and the movie was great. So I mean, it just there is um like a 50-50 an easy balance to make the book and the movie. You know what I mean? Matthew goes, I only watched the movies. I liked it better than Hunger Games. I liked it better than Hunger Games too. And I read the first Hunger Game book. And I always just, after that, I didn't really continue after that because preferred Divergent. I just liked that book. I could relate to it more because I had anxiety. And the one thing that one of the factions in there was fear. Anxiety to me was what caused my anxiety was not knowing. I always had to know. So if I was unsure of something, I would get anxious. If this, I would, even being in public, sometimes I would be anxious. So the fact that I was seeing this faction where it was all based on fear and they were pushing the limits was something I could relate to because that's what I do. Like, I do not let it stop me. Pekka goes, Lord of the Rings is the best books and movies. I have not read the Lord of the Rings books. I should pick them up one day and read them, but I have not. Leonore goes, you have to separate the books from the movies like game movies. You kind of do, but there are going to be people that have that high expectations where they want to see what was added, what was changed. Kyle goes, I'm watching the Foundation series on Apple Plus based on the Asamu books. I know I'm butchering that, Kyle. I apologize. Asamu books? I know I'm butchering it. Gunner Girl goes, movies never do the books justice because they leave some things out. They do. And I like reading the books because you can actually, instead of seeing, like in a movie, you see the characters and how they feel. And a book, you're actually reading their thoughts. And I like that. I like about that. Chris goes, as Smith. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Heather Whatever goes, yeah, I'm shy. I made myself look people in the eye, and then my sponsor and A recognized my tendency to hide and helped push me. Chris Barber again goes, as Samoff. As Samoff? I still feel like I'm butchering it. All right, guys, do you remember a while ago that there was a woman who was married to a ghost and wanted a divorce because I think the ghost was cheating on her with Marilyn Monroe? Pekka goes, Isaac Asimov. Yes, Leonore, there was. Julissa goes, I remember. Kyle, I'm not familiar with Isaac Asimov. Asimov. I apologize if I'm butchering his name. Heather, whatever ghost, cheating ghost, why I ought to pow Casper to the moon. Well, I found this another article. Another lady. Kyle goes, he's the author. Isaac Asimov is the author of iRobot and such. Okay. Not familiar with him, Kyle, so I apologize. So, this is from the Mirror, which I believe is like a tabloid site in the UK. So I'm kind of taking it with a grain of salt. But I found this article. No, I don't want to be notified. I'm in love with a ghost and my girlfriend accepts it. They both hang out together. And I'm like, what? A couple who are unapologetic for their lifestyle has been told they are speaking to demons after confessing they have a third individual in their relationship, a war soldier from the 1700s. And this is from the Mirror, mind you, which I believe is a tabloid UK site, which I kind of take tabloids to a grain of salt. There is some truth to them. There's sometimes there isn't. So meet the couple, and this article came out yesterday, believe it or not. Meet the couple who spend their date nights at a cemetery or at cemeteries and have a third individual in their relationship, a 300-year-old ghost. Yes, you're hearing correctly, ladies and gentlemen. They're having a threesome, I guess. I don't know if that's considered a threesome. Kyle is getting flashbacks of that one scene from Ghostbusters with Ray and the Lady Ghost. A loved-up couple has been inundated with judgment after opening up about their unconventional relationship online. Rebecca Carmichael is a professional ghost guide, but her otherworldly connection suddenly became a lot more personal when she met Robert, the spirit of a Welshman and Revolutionary War soldier from the 1700s. Spinach goes parapolyamorous. Something like that. Heather, whatever goes cheap date, huh? The American woman claims the ghost followed her home one night, and soon after they got to know each other and slowly began to spend more time together. Mind you, she's talking about a 300-year-old ghost from the 1700s. Robert. Unexpected feelings grew between them and they became a couple. But soon after, Rebecca did meet someone new in the living world, a fellow spirit social media educator called Catherine, and the pair fell in love. Rebecca says she had to come clean to Robert about her living world relationship and inform her girlfriend of her spirit relationship. Catherine insists there's no jealousy as she respects the connection that Rebecca and Robert have. The trio reportedly often hang out and go on trips together. Gutter girl goes there on some serious drugs. Edward was 109 years old. And if you guys aren't familiar, Edward was I think she got the divorce, is the ex ghost husband of another woman that I spoke about on a previous stream. Kyle goes, it's the script of a B-grade rom-com. Just imagine. Rebecca explains to Love Don't Judge that she and Robert connected through their energies, with their relationship primarily revolving around emotions. Because of the very clear physical differences between us, she added. He's acknowledging that I'm here in the physical and I need to live a life here in my present. Hold on. I get with communicating with spirits, but how the hell do you know? How the hell do you know that you're in love with a ghost? A ghost named Robert. Leonore, thank you for the super sticker. Hearts for Leonore. Leonore, you're awesome. Thank you, Leonore. Appreciate it. Julissa goes, it's so bizarre. Spinach goes, how do you go on trips with them? Exactly. I mean, I'm all with communicating with spirits, but you have, how do you tell people, like, don't sit there, Robert's there? I don't know. I do not get it. I really don't. He had to learn how I was physically perceiving him. With respect, he started hanging out more where I was living. He was always very clear on boundaries, wanting consent. He never wanted to press being inside my home or anything like that. For a second there, I thought they were going to say inside something else. I was like, speaking about, I'm trying to keep the stream rated PG-13. Speaking about how the relationship began with Catherine, Rebecca said we met in person a year after we had started talking. We became best friends, and then we stopped ignoring how we felt about each other. We met on TikTok. I found Rebecca, and I thought, wow, this is great, Catherine explained. Nothing wrong with that. Catherine is in a romantic relationship with Robert, but often interacts with Robert. Robert and I are friends. We've hung out, had conversations, gone on trips together. The living couple makes videos and live streams with a community of people online who get an insight into their ghostly interactions. Spinach goes, do they pay the extra person fee on a cruise ship? Kyle goes, wait, you could say they have high spirits if you get the movie reference. Heather Whiteover goes, why doesn't she share her boyfriend? I guess Catherine isn't into him? I don't know. It does not say, and I cannot make speculations on this. But the pair say they have been inundated with comments such as, you're crazy, or told they are lying and talking to demons. They're letting everyone out of your asylums nowadays, one commented. Find Jesus, accept him in your heart, another wrote. The couple also said the record straight on Love Don't Judge, confirming that they do not suffer from mental health issues, but people assume they must do due to their interests and lifestyle. Despite this, they focus on the positives and the hope that they have brought to many like-minded people. Rebecca added, what's worth it to me is the amount of people who come forward and say, "You made me feel sane. Thank you." Catherine agreed. It was really like a community built on people that says, "I thought I was losing it." The couple enjoys date days out at graveyards and talk to spirits for fun. Catherine uses a spirit box to hear them. What makes their bond so strong is their acceptance of one another. Catherine said, "I love Rebecca for her talent. I feel very privileged to be in the spirit with her. She is like a star." Speaking on screen on Love Don't Judge, Rebecca told Catherine, "What I love about you the most is how you make me feel seen. I don't worry about the future with you. I am so caught up in how happy I am in the present." So, guys, what do you think of? Oh no, I'm buffering. No. Did I freeze? No. Maybe I didn't. It's just on my end. Kyle goes, "As lonely as I am, I still prefer the flesh of the living." Hold on, let me turn, because I had to turn my phone on. My computer froze. Yay! Kyle goes, "As lonely as I am, I still prefer the flesh of the living." Julissa goes, "I hate to say this, but I think they're a little unstable." Pekka goes, "Thanks, Lisa, for once again saying my name right." No problem, Pekka. Heather Whatever goes, "I think I'll run into the Japanese forest." Joanne goes, "I don't get the rubber thing." I don't at all. I don't get it. Like, how, I mean, they're communicating with the spirit box, but what I've seen of the spirit box, it doesn't come out with full blown conversations. Joanne goes, "They didn't mention Robert at all when they were discussing their relationship." Yes. Wake Shape Berry, I would, but my freaking, oh, wait a minute. I think I can now. I would, but my computer froze. It froze, and I'm afraid if I click out of it, I'm going to lose you guys. Let me try something real quick. It's weird because I can see, but my computer, it froze. Like, it completely froze. It's weird. Heather Whatever goes, "I would be nice to their face, but tiptoe out before Ghost shows up." So I apologize. I will open up, but it looks like my computer froze on me. And I don't know why. Because My internet connection's just fine, it's just the computer froze. Ugh, the ghosts don't want me talking! Gunner Girl is asking, "Are your spirits back?" I think they are, and they're trying to mess with my computer. Because I'm looking at my computer, I have full internet bars, and my phone's working just fine, and it's using the same thing, so it makes no sense. But everything else is frozen. Like, I cannot, like, switch into the I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm not gonna be able to end this stream." Wake Sheep Berry goes, "It's the aliens." I'm wondering if I click off and go back and give me a second, guys, I'm gonna try something. I can't even do that! Tyrana goes, "Why do they always mess with you?" They do, I swear. I had an orb. It's funny. Um, I've been getting an orb, in here on my camera that's behind me. Uh, and I had one today, earlier today, and it's coming from, the left of me to the right, and it keeps it's been and every one of them that I've had, it's been in the same area, which is weird because usually it's not. So it's something behind me that's fascinating them. right, I'm back. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened. This is weird. This is weird. Sorry, guys. My computer, my laptop literally froze. And it's weird because for a second there, I was still on. So I was just talking to you guys, and then the screen went blank. Sorry about that, guys. And I had full bars too, so it wasn't it. My laptop just decided it's the ghost. I'm gonna blame it on the ghost. All right, guys, I'm gonna open it up to questions and answers since it just the Aaron, what's up? I saw you come in while I was restarting. How's it going? Ozzy goes, holy crap! You scared me. My speaker was right next to my ear. Sorry, Ozzy. I apologize, guys. The ghost came back and decided to mess with my equipment. I apologize. I'm gonna open it up for questions and answers since I lost. I was just gonna do some ghost stories, but I could do that next time since my computer restarted and I lost the article. So I apologize, guys, but thank you guys for sticking around. Aaron was like, I was watching on TV, so I decided to join on the chat. Julius is asking where the duck is. Well, it's not Skelegoose, who is Skeleduck's long distant cousin, but Skeleduck is like right above my. You see where the circle is on my mic arm, I guess you call it. He's right above it. So he's right. He's like, hold on. Let me see if I could get. He's right there, right next to the Hot Wheel. You can barely see him. I know it's hard. I know it's kind of hard. I'm gonna try to figure out how I could do it both ways, so I can have both vertical and horizontal. Because when I'm just testing I'm just testing this out because it does give my channel more reach than it does when I normally have it the other way. And I know a lot of you do not like it this way. So I may go back and forth. I may do certain ones this way and I'll do it the other way. Unless I could just figure out how to do it both at the same time. Which I think is possible. Alright, guys. You guys have any questions, answers, criticisms? Complaints? I know one of the complaints. I get it. Rochelle goes, how was the visit to the other Lisa dimension? It was great. Kyle goes, would you date a ghost? Kyle, I do not know how that would work. I mean, I guess I mean, ghosts are kind of quiet, so I guess it'd be like it'd be kind of cool because they're the silent type. But I don't know how that would work. Julius, I know Julius is saying the horizontal version makes it easier to see the articles and videos you share with us, and I do appreciate you guys sticking with me when I'm trying something different. Leonard goes, Lisa, if you could go to Japan, where would you go? I'm definitely gonna check out the Aokigahara forest. That's always been on my list. And then there's other things like I've been going down a YouTube wormhole or rabbit hole, and depends on which movie you're watching. And I saw that like they have this like an oil owl cafe. They have Cat Island, where it's an island with cats, and you can feed the cats. You have to get to it by ferry. There's also a place where they have foxes and bunnies. I'm like, holy crap. Ozzy Walks goes, that would be the ultimate long distance relationship. It would. Julissa goes, just say no to dating ghosts. Aaron goes, I missed you guys. Missed you too, Aaron. Heather, whatever goes, does Godzilla avoid the forest? I think so. He doesn't want to piss off the Yurays. Tyran is asking, where else would I want to go? I would want to go to Scotland, Ireland, and England. Obviously, Korea, because that is where my mom is from or was from, and I would like to see my roots. I do know I have family on my mom's side that I have no contact with, and I know I have because my dad was an only child. I'm an only child. My mom wasn't, so there's a lot of I do have family there that I have no contact with. Kyle goes, to death do you part doesn't count. It doesn't. It really doesn't. So I'm wondering what line they use when you marry a ghost. And there is a woman that did. Bernadette goes, would you dress as a geisha in Japan just for sure? You know what? I would. I would. I think the South Korea Leonore. I would never, I don't even think we could get into North, and I would never try to go into North. North is just yeah. No. I don't agree with how North Korea is. Joanne goes, go to the Bonsai Museum in Japan. Continuing, I didn't even know they had. I definitely, Bernadette, I would definitely do. I would with to dress up like a geisha. I've always been fascinated with it. Leonard goes, would you marry a ghost? I don't know how that would work. That's a good question. Kyle goes, you could get in the north, but you won't be able to go home. All right. No, I wouldn't try to anyways. I don't agree with their belief system. They are a socialist communist country, and I kind of feel sorry for the people that live there, but they don't know any different, unfortunately. Wake Sheep Barry goes, if you're not dead after the forest, it's an amazing country to visit. I'll make I won't piss off any ghosts while I'm over there. Pekka goes, the Game of Thrones hotel. Bernadette goes with Lewis dressed as a samurai with a lightsaber. Lewis will dress as a samurai with the katanas. He knows how to use them. He knows like the forms and stuff. Like literally, North Korea, I don't think they didn't have the internet until a couple years ago. When we've had the internet for quite some time, they didn't have any internet for a very long time. And even that, it's probably monitored. Kyle goes, 100% of all marriages end in rather death or divorce. True. There's truth to that. Chris goes, how about a sumo wrestler? I don't know about a sumo wrestler. I don't think are there lady sumo wrestlers? I've never seen a lady sumo wrestler. Because I was gonna say I don't want my butt cheeks out in the open. Heather, whatever goes, my kid's grandmaster of Saint Tang Sado taught American soldiers during the Korean War. Oh, that is super cool. Julissa goes, no lady sumo wrestler, thank goodness. I won't have to show my butt cheeks. Matthew goes, yesterday I shipped my lightsaber to get repaired. The side button stopped working, like the inside buttons come off. That sucks, Matthew. That really does. Especially when you buy something and it took a while to get and then you have to send it back. That annoys me. Kyle, you know what? There's some truth to your statement. Very true. Considering how Kyle goes, considering how feminine some Japanese men look, it wouldn't be surprised if there was female sumos. True. You never know. Spinach is asking, would you rather go to the Arctic Circle and stay in a luxury glass igloo and watch northern lights, or stay in an above water bungalow with a glass floor in Maldives? Um, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I probably would love the Arctic. I think I would love the Arctic more than the tropical. I would have to say the Arctic and watch the northern lights. I'd have to say the Arctic. I think I would like the Arctic more than beach. Cuz I do not like I like hiking. I do, but I don't like being out in the sun and beach, and I'm a vampire in that case. Bernadette's asking, if you go to Cat Island, how many cats are you bringing home? I saw, because I was watching some videos, I saw some cute ones and I wanted to take them all home. Pekka goes, the Game of Thrones hotel made of ice? I never heard of the Game of Thrones hotel, but if it was made of ice, I would go for it. And like say both, Lisa. I was gonna say both, but I think I would enjoy the Arctic with the Northern Lights better. I would. Pekka goes, it's in Finland? Sure. That sounds interesting. The Game of Thrones hotel in Finland. Wake Shapeberry would pick the Northern Lights too as well. Spinach goes, I think glass igloos too. I hate sand almost as much as Anakin Skywalker. Joanne goes, we have some ice hotels in Canada. I've never been to one, so definitely I would check one out. Leonore would rather go to Hobbit Town in New Zealand. I think I've always wanted to go to Australia too. All right, guys, keep the questions going. Heather, whatever goes, when I was little, we moved from Arizona to San Diego. We wore sweaters our first summer. Oh, wow. Ozzy Wax goes, I live right up by the beach, see our beautiful beaches all the time, so would love to see the northern lights. Leonora goes, Lisa, if you had to choose, which one would you pick? Well, I picked the northern lights. I picked the igloo or the glass house. That sounds, I don't know, I think I would enjoy that better than a Anne goes, if I would do anything like that, I would go to Scotland and stay at a castle hoping a ghost would visit me. That's the reason I've always wanted to go to Scotland as well and Ireland, because I do have roots from Ireland. So I've always wanted to go to Ireland, but I've always been fascinated with Scotland as well. So I would probably do the same thing, Anne. Ozzy goes, find a hot Scot ghost in a kilt. Gunner Girl says you would like Alaska. I know I would like Alaska. I would enjoy it. Wake Shapeberry goes, I always wanted to go to Australia too, but it's very hot. Pekka goes, who wouldn't like to go to Game of Thrones hotel made of ice in Finland and see the northern lights? That would be cool. That would. Rochelle goes, I'm hoping for everyone here to be able to travel to their heart's favorite places. The northern lights would be pretty to see. I've never seen them, so it'd be kind of awesome to see. It would. Leonard goes, I so want to go to Scotland, all that area among Japan. Spinach goes, to see the best northern lights, you need to be in the Arctic Circle. Only rare occasions can it be seen lower. I will, Pekka. Pekka saying, look at the YouTube videos of the Game of Thrones hotel if you're curious, because I've never heard of it. So yeah, I will definitely check it out. Heck, going to Finland would probably be just awesome in itself. Bernadette goes, I would love to go to Scotland and stay at the Shrek B&B. And again, guys, I didn't mean this stream to get so dark in the beginning. I didn't realize that article was so dark. I should have read it before, so I do apologize that. But I just want to let everyone know out there, if you guys need someone to talk to, feel free to come in this chat anytime you need to. We do not bite. Chris Barber goes, ever since I saw Braveheart, I knew I needed to go to Scotland. Mine was from Highlander. Tirana, I did get to go on my hike. I went back to Benelli. It's probably one of my favorite places to go. I'm still having issues. It went away for a bit, but I'm still having issues with my the hamstring on my right leg. It's acting up still. Not as bad as it was. Bernadette goes, they actually made the Shrek Swamp home and serve you. Oh, no way. That's super cool. Heather, whatever goes, it was a good public service announcement with love. Pekka goes, it wasn't the article for me, Lisa. Anne goes, it wasn't something I had no idea about, but glad you went over the article. I mean, I guess you kind of have to know the dark history of an area to understand why or where the folklore or the haunting of why people say the place is haunted. So I guess it is part of. Leonore goes, yes, hamstring stretch after your hikes. I've been trying to do that, Leonore. I'm horrible at stretching, but I've been trying to lately. Spinach goes, I had a trip planned for Iceland, but the big C happened, and I have been sitting on 2 tickets to Reykjavik for 4 years now. I hope I didn't butcher it. Wow. I mean, at least your tickets are still good, right, Melissa? Because that would suck if you couldn't use them. Oh, thank goodness. Spinach. The tickets are still good. Pekka goes, so should I be happy to live here in Finland behind? Yes, you should, Pekka. Julissa, you're right. The big C messed up a lot of plans. It did. Just came out of nowhere. Something we didn't know anything about, and all of a sudden it just came into existence. Now it's something that we think about, which is weird. It is weird. Keep the questions going, guys. Pekka goes, maybe after 40 years I want to see something else. Nothing wrong with that, Pekka. There isn't. It's good to want to see something else. It is. Kyle goes, there could be only one. Leonardo goes, Lisa, sage. I might need to sage my computer. That was weird. I have no idea why it just all of a sudden just froze like that. Just making sure because my phone was beeping at me. All right. Think I'm good. Julissa goes, your computer didn't like the ghost threesome. Or the ghost in here didn't like how I was talking about it. Gunner Girl goes, it was weird. It was like we were all grounded at the same time. Leonora goes, I love a Viking history among others. I do too. I do too. I'm into and obviously I love Asian folklore and history and samurai and keep the questions going. I'm just glad I didn't lose you guys. That was what I was worried about. If I turned off my computer, I wouldn't be able to go back in, but that's good. Aaron goes, I am drawn to Viking lore, but I am I'm descended from Vikings. Oh, that's super. Oh, that is cool, Aaron. Super cool. Super cool. Aaron has verified Leif Erikson and Ragnar Lothbrok. Ooh. Gunner Girl, I have not seen the Vikings on Peacock. I know I think I saw something to do with the Vikings. It was a while ago. Any good movies you guys recommend? Leonardo's Ghost of the Grease. Pekka goes, I'm a Viking and I've seen them all. That is cool. That is cool. Ozzy goes, there's a really nice guy at my gym who looks like Ragnar Lothbrok. That is cool. Yeah, because I'm trying to find. When was the last movie I think it was It's Alive was the last one I watched. Pekka goes, we have never been in Russian culture, not even a bit. Aaron Cooper still has family in Copenhagen, the Nielsen side. Oh, that's cool. That is super cool. Oh, Bernadette going, have you seen the TV show Ghost? It's so funny. The American version and UK version. Have I seen it? No, I don't think I have. I thought I had, but I don't think I had, Bernadette. Tyrana goes, now after seeing It's Alive, I want to watch the second. Same here. I was like trying to find it on streaming for free to where you don't have to pay. Pekka goes, Russians have tried to invade and rule us though many times, but they lost both wars. Thank goodness. Julissa goes, oh, wait a minute. I finally saw Thanksgiving. Yes, Thanksgiving is entertaining. It is. I agree with you on that one, Julissa. Aaron goes, American Ghost is hysterical. Okay, now I gotta check that out. I don't think I've seen it. Bernadette goes, you have to watch it. I'll check that out. I don't think I've seen it. Have I seen it? I don't think I have. I'll have to check that out. That's weird. Bernadette goes, it's on Prime if you have that. I do have Prime. Okay. So for Ghost, I don't know if I have I? Trying to think of what I don't know if I've seen it. And goes, I haven't either, and it's on my bucket list now. All right, I'm gonna put it on my list of shows to watch. Both versions. Nilsson, what is that supposed to mean? Asking if I'm disabled. I'm not disabled. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't know what it looks like to you that I look disabled, but I'm not. Bernadette, speaking of ghosts, the couple inherited a hotel and many funny ghosts and are related to one of the ghosts. Heather, whatever, you're right. My computer was, but I'm not. Nelson goes, sorry, it's just the headset. My headset has cat ears on it. So I'm not sure. I I really do not know. Yeah, they're crooked, but Bernadette goes, can you imagine if you could actually see and talk to ghosts? That would be crazy. That would. If we without using like equipment or anything, that would be so cool. You're Nelson, you're welcome. It could be a perfect mistake. I have no problem with that. Crow is asking me thoughts on David Grush. David Grush is the guy that saying that the government's hiding alien craft. Is that the guy? Whistleblower, it is. He is the I had to look it up real quick because I couldn't remember his name. Yes, okay. David Grush, I believe on life on other planets. I always have. I just need a little more proof that aliens are coming here, so I don't see it far-fetched what he's claiming. I don't at all, because I do wanna believe that, and to me, it's plausible that with the abduction things that aliens would come here and, do test us and do examine us, because we do the same things when we discover something new. So I do believe that it's plausible, but I just need more proof. So I don't consider it a complete sham if you say, like, I don't completely write him off, but I just need some more proof. Spinach goes, in your opinion, who is the biggest fake on YouTube? Um, not just paranormal. Well, I don't really watch anything else. Um, I just watch the paranormal people, so I can't really answer that one. I can't. I mean, with these, not to say that the places that they do go to are haunted, but I feel like you're not always gonna catch something, and I've always said that. You're not gonna always catch something when you go someplace. So it's not gonna be as eventful as you see in some of these YouTubers, which I'm not gonna name. I'm not gonna name names because they're overproduced. So, and I understand why they're doing it. I totally understand why they're doing it. So I don't have a problem, because it is entertainment. They're there to entertain you. So I do understand that. Kyle is waiting for Paul to get his ass handed to him by Tyson. I think I know Lewis thinks the other way because Tyson's old. Tyson's what, 59 years old? And but I'm on your side, Kyle. I think Tyson still has it. And I guess Tyson also has a sciatica, but if there's a will, there's a way. And I still, even watching Tyson bag work, when he's doing his bag work, he still has a pretty good, he still has power in his punches. So I feel like I feel like, yes, I think he can win. Bernadette goes, I can answer Zach Thong Man. Just kidding, Lisa, or am I? I need to finish it saying Iron Mike is 57. I apologize. He's 57. I think I was watching something. I could have sworn they said he was like 58 or 59. Bernadette goes, Tyson is a beast. He's going to destroy him if it's not rigged. That is true. Like, they could have paid off Tyson. We'll pay you so and so amount if you lose to Jake Paul. If I'm thinking of the right one. I need to fish goes, I guess it wouldn't be so bad if the aliens are pretty. Wake Shave Barry goes, Tyson always scared me. He still got it? I mean, I've seen his, like, they don't really see him sparring, or at least I haven't found a recent video of him sparring, but I do see him do bag work, and I feel like he still has it. But they are mentioning that he does have a sciatica that you know causes some issues that flares up. So they're kind of using that as something like a weakness for him. And he's still in good shape for being 57. Bernadette goes, did you know Mike Tyson has gummy bitten off ear candy? I did not. Kyle goes, if the aliens are as hot as the Asari from Mass Effect, abduct me now. I agree with you. I need to fish. His age is an issue, though. He can easily lose because of it. True. I mean, um, age is a factor when it comes to boxing. It is. Your body is not as good as it was when you're younger. I'm finding that out. Mason, thank you for being a member of the Wolf Pack for 1 month. Hi, Lisa from Shropshire, UK. Before work. Thank you, Mason, for dropping by. I hope I didn't butcher it. Thanks for dropping by, Mason. I appreciate that. Hearts for Mason, guys. Leonore's like, please don't make me explain. Okay, Mason's saying I said it right. That awesome. Guys, keep the questions going. But going back to Tyson, I think he can. Mason saying it's 4:20 in the morning. Wow, Mason. You're a trooper. Thank you, Gunner Girl, for stopping by. Pekka saying Tyson wouldn't have a chance if it was UFC. I think UFC would probably kill him. I think it would. I think it's a different um it's a different course of um it's like a different fight, I guess you would say. And thank you for being a member of the Wolf Pack for 11 months. If you could only date a ghost, who is it? Hearts for Anne, by the way. If I can only date a ghost, who would it be? I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm like, let me think. I'll say, I mean, could it be a celebrity ghost? Oh no, Kyle. Kyle heard some pew pews. Stay safe, Kyle. Rochelle goes, well, this might sway anybody who's deciding apparently our real soulmates is already on the other side and they aren't allowed to be in the same dimension as us. I agree with you, Wank Shape Berry. As a boxer, Tyson was scary. Chris Barber with a young Kirk Douglas. Um, I'm trying to think like who was dashing that's not around anymore. I want to say I don't know why James Dean just comes up into my mind. I don't know why. I don't know why it's James Dean, but Rochelle goes because I recently been learning all about how we were sent here, obviously for a purpose, but more so we are here to better ourselves, and we can't do that when our soulmates are already here. Oh, that is interesting, Rochelle. Rochelle. Spinach goes. William Shatner was hot. Yeah, he was, but he's technically not a ghost yet, though. Spinach. I Need to Fish has a James Dean poster on my wall where my kettlebells are in front of me. I have them on a poster behind me with Marilyn Monroe, Bogart, and Elvis. I think Elvis is in it. You could see Marilyn Monroe's dress. Ozzy goes. Clint Eastwood was so good looking, but he's still here. His son's like his doppelganger. Heather Whatever goes. Look up Kirk Douglas in old Hollywood history. My ex father-in-law was a photographer. He said on set they called him Kirk the Jerk. Bernadette. Bernadette goes cat balls. Oh, Clark Gable. Yes. Clark Gable was dashing. I Need to Fish is going. Donna Mae Busty Brown was smoking. Yes, Ozzy. Clint Eastwood's son looks just like him, like a doppelganger of him. Like you know who else son that looks like him? Don Johnson's son looks just like him. When I saw, I was like, Anne goes, I have no idea who I would date. Joanne Yule Brenner. Julissa goes, Sean Connery was very good. Yes, he was. He was. Bernadette goes Brandon Lee, but then again, I have the better Brandon. Chris Barber goes, my favorite is Cary Grant, but I did not know. Nothing wrong with that, but oh, I did not know that. I just liked the way how people dressed in the 40s and the 50s. It was just so dashing and spiffy. Matthew goes the dream ghost from Ghostbuster. Crow goes Ghost Dad. Spinach. Orlando Bloom was pretty good looking in Lord of the Rings. That's where I was like, I'm sure there's a lot of actors that I can't think of by name from the 50s. I've had a fascination because I on YouTube, I guess now they've had these like drive-throughs um of Los Angeles in the 50s and 30s, but it doesn't tell you what street it's on. And I have a fascination. I've been watching those. I don't know why, but I just like watching those. Bernadette goes, Orlando Bloom was a Pantene commercial in Lord of the Rings. That hair flip he always did. He had great hair. There's another actor that I always get confused with Orlando Bloom, but it's the other guy. I can't think of his name. I always get confused between the two. Leonard goes, if you could go to the Hollywood cemetery, Rudolph. Definitely, I've been wanting to go to a cemetery. I just need to go and film. But I do, Leonard, I do want to go to that cemetery. It's one I've never been to. And I'm probably gonna go during the day because I don't think that area is that great. I don't I remember driving by it. I don't think it's in a greatest area of Los Angeles, but Pekka goes, Orlando Bloom had a ponytail in Lord of the Rings. He did. Heather, whatever goes, I think something fishy about Marilyn Monroe dying. Um, I don't. I feel like it was tragic, but I feel like I feel like she passed from what they said she passed from. I don't feel like it's fishy. No, Bernadette. Bernadette's asking what? Lisa, none of the Three Stooges tickled your fancy. No, they didn't. Leonardo goes, it really isn't, but still a historical place of LA. Crow is asking, does Beetlejuice count as a ghost? I don't consider him a ghost. I don't know about you guys, but I don't consider Beetlejuice um as a ghost. Thank you, Anne, for dropping by. I always love it when you're here. Well, all of you guys I like seeing here, not just Anne. Hey, I Need to Fish. 13 Ghosts is a great film. I love that film. Kyle is going, all I know about LA is the satirized version in Grand Theft Auto 5. Bernadette goes, what do you consider Beetlejuice as then if not a hot ask? I don't know. I never considered him a ghost. I never did. I mean, I guess technically he is, but I never considered him one. I always felt like he was like one of us, just weird. I don't know. I just never thought of him as a ghost. I need to fish goes, I still think the scene where the glass doors, that was crazy. I need to fish. For that I love that movie. I need to revisit it. Bernadette goes, Lisa, he's the ghost with the most. I know, but I never considered him a ghost. I don't know why. He technically is. I get it. He is, but I never considered him one. I don't know. I never considered him a ghost. That's the weird part. I never did. Even when I was watching it as a kid, I never considered him a ghost. A bunch of times, Chris. Chris is asking how many times have we said his name? I think he should have appeared by now. I need to fish is saying technically the character he's named after isn't a ghost, more of a demon. I don't think he's a demon either. Nerd report in the house. That's the weird thing. Like, I never technically he is a ghost, but I don't consider him a ghost. So yeah, Heather, whatever. Beelzebub. I know I'm saying it wrong. That I know, yes, but not. They're saying, I need to fish was saying technically Beetlejuice was wasn't named after a ghost but a demon. So I don't consider Beetlejuice a demon either. All right, guys, keep the questions going. Don't be afraid to talk. If you're new here, we do not bite. Like making sure my oh, Crisco, some of us might. Nerdbert's going, I can't wait for Beetlejuice. Julius is saying, I guess you could call him a poltergeist. I don't know. I don't consider him that because he's friendly. Leonor's asking, have I seen the Broadway Beetle? No, I have not. I need to Fish is saying he's a trickster, and that's the devil to me. Nerd Report's asking, did you see the new Beetlejuice images? Yes, I shared them at the beginning of the stream. Nerd Report. I shared it with everyone. Hold on, guys. Let me move things around because when I restarted my computer, everything got jumbled. Okay. Now it's good. Leonore goes, the Broadway of No, I did not, Leonore. The Broadway of Beetlejuice. Nerd Report goes, the women look great. No, they do. Nerd Report goes, goth. I mean, Winona Ryder looks goth, but I felt like Jenna Ortega wasn't goth enough in it. But because she had colored socks on Beetlejuice with the image that I shared. But it does look great though. I'm looking forward to September when it comes out. Leonore said you got to see the Broadway Beetlejuice. Nerd Report loves Jenna Ortega. She is dope. She is cool. Jenna Ortega is cool. I'm sorry. I became a fan of hers after Wednesday on Netflix. I did. I really became a fan of hers from Wednesday. Because how she played Wednesday Addams was awesome. Bernadette goes, did they say when season 2 is coming out? No. I know they're filming. No, they wrapped it up already, I think, but they didn't say. I think they wrapped it up already. They already stopped filming it. Nerd Report became a fan after X. Yes, Jenna Ortega was in X, the movie X, if you guys haven't seen it. I actually like Pearl better than X. And I'm looking forward to Maxine. Heather, whatever goes to the Wednesday dance belongs to Lewis now. This half white girl, half Asian girl can't dance. Matthew goes, don't know why, but those movies just don't appeal to me. Just might not be your cup of tea, Matthew, which is okay. Leonor goes, yes, you can. I do not dance. Bernadette goes, I'll get you to dance at Mad Monster in July. Before we know it, Mad Monster is going to be here. Wow, the time has gone by quick. This year has gone by quicker already. I can't believe we're already in March. Spring is here already. Well, Chris Barber, when you get a chance to get Netflix, check out. You will not be disappointed. Wednesday is awesome. Leonora goes, then give me a good flip. Leonora, I can't flip. Ozzy goes, my heart still breaks for Aaliyah. I loved her and her music. Romeo Must Die is one of my all-time favorite movies. Yes, I remember when she passed away. She was a year younger than me, so it hit me hard. Usually when someone passes away, it doesn't, unless it's like a family member or something, usually it doesn't affect me, but it kind of made me think. Cuz she was a year younger than me. And then when the actor who played Screech in Saved by the Bell, he's literally a year older than me to the day, and when he passed away, that really hit me hard. Cuz I'm like, he's literally a year older than me, and he passed away from something my mom passed away from cancer. So it's, and Leonora Queen of the Down was an awesome movie. All right, guys, any last minute questions? Because I'm starting to lose my voice. I don't know why, but it does, Heather. Whatever cancer bites, it got my dad. It does. Leonora's asking, what did you think of that queen? I thought it was cool. Chris Barber said cancer took my mom and dad. I know cancer sucks. It does. Hopefully one day they will have a cure for it. One day. I'm hoping. Carol goes, oh, I did not know. I'm still surviving my lung cancer so far. Hearts for Carol, guys. Super brave. And I'm glad, Carol, I'm glad you're doing well. Oh, been clear for 3 years. Hearts for Carol, guys. I'm glad you're doing well, Carol. And I'm sorry my voice is going. Carol just says she gets tired easily. Chris Burr goes, I think they do. They just can't make as much of a profit from a cure. So we may never know. I know I kind of heard that they were that they made a breakthrough, but I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything since. All right, guys, before I'm going to end the stream because I'm losing my voice for some odd reason. So I'm going to end the stream here, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Stay spooky, sweet nightmares, and good night, guys. And thank you again. You guys are awesome. Good night, guys.